We got 3 people here to watch us suffer.
Excellent.
I'm going to leave it for now in case we need to.
All right, everybody. You know what time it is, so what I want you to do real quick, I want you to go down. One thing, hit the like button.
To go down.
Slow down.
You hit the like
Grab
button.
the wall. Wiggle like you're trying to make your ass fall off.
And then I want you to hit the share button.
It was
Copy
the
that
mash.
link, and I want you to share
was
it
the
everywhere.
monster mash?
Because this
ass.
Taste the Taint edition is special because we are joined by Wheel of Time's celebrity Norm. Everybody,
Sorry, in a way, he's more comfortable to hearing his name.
Norm.
Don't you want to go where everybody knows your name?
Okay, so
Cheers, Norm.
you guys know how this is. This is the Taste the Taint challenge. And if you've been with us for the past couple of Gathering Madnesses, you know this is one of our pinnacle events in which
We've never been this good.
we
Pinnacle events?
taste the taint.
Is it sponsored by Pinnacle?
It is
Do we
sponsored
drink
by
Pinnacle?
Pinnacle. We only drink Pinnacle products.
There was a drink I used to
for
make.
extra health and
using
a
Pinnacle
gleaming smile.
Cinnabon vodka. When I
Drink
got that there.
Pinnacle.
It's actually really good.
You're going to like the way it tastes. I
Cinnabon.
guarantee it.
Pinnacle Cinnabon.
Your lady will like the wait, what? I'm sorry.
Pinnacle Cinnabon vodka and Sprite was actually
Pinnacle
fucking
Cinnabon
delicious.
Pinnacle Cinnabon Vodka. Pinnacle Cinnabon Vodka. Pinnacle Cinnabon Vodka.
But he
doesn't know the
Hey! All right. Okay. So here's the time. Here's the time. The time is now. You can see arrayed
I don't know what's happening
in
here.
front of me a variety of sauces.
Sauce.
We are going
Sauce.
to
Shall we
sauce
show-
it up. Let's
Yeah,
showcase this year's sauces.
Hold on.
Wait, let's give him the great big dig and give kiss. Yay! Wow. Kiss every
I have
single
no
bottle.
idea. I'm showing you.
Okay, some of you recognize this bottle as the Dark One's Taint. That's right. Crafted by your very own Tsoro'van M'Hael. This lovely hot sauce is accompanied by notes of pineapple, habanero, vinegar, and a hint of sweet cilantro.
And a hint of
The next
Tsoro'van
hot sauce
M'Hael.
that we're going to be showcasing is brought to you by this little gnome dude. It's the Pineapple Express. It's a pineapple habanero sauce. Though it matches the flavor profile briefly, it's not as good as Josh's. Don't give me that look. You know it's true.
Oh, I thought that was a weed joke.
Oh. Well, it is a weed joke, but I can't say that. Next one is Hot Ones, the last dab. Don't be fooled. It's not the hot one. It's the Chili's de Arbol edition.
Mhm.
Therefore, it's rather mild, or at least we think it is. This might be a mistake.
We're going to get fucked either way. We always do.
Religiously.
Next one, all the way from the exotic sands of Africa, Pili Pili, African spicy sauce.
It's from the Congo. There's not actually that much sand in the Congo.
This is advertised as an extremely hot sauce with
Yes,
a
it is.
delicious earthy flavor.
That is true.
Sure to make you cry for your mama.
Mama Africa made it, so you'll probably be crying.
And last but
accurately.
finally not least, I don't know what I just said, is another one from those devious gnomes under the mountain. This one is Inferno Farms! And this one guarantees to hurt your mouth, throat, stomach, intestines, and anus. If you were unaware of that sort of pain before, you're aware of it now.
I think he is feeling it now. Yeah,
Well,
gnomes
already
usually live in like
Dwarves,
gardens.
gnomes, whatever. You know what? Gnomes do the thing. All right, so
Did it actually look decent? Could you actually read
it
the
looks
book?
good. It looks good.
Maybe
All
I
right,
should
guys.
get a bottle turner.
Now we've had Bruce Buffer over here introduce the hot sauces. It has been wonderful. He's been doing a great job.
Your
Now,
princess. Yours is the rescue. Princess
Fiona. So now we're gonna have to introduce you.
3, my lord.
Pick number 3, my lord.
So now we're gonna introduce you. In this corner, weighing in at various pounds between 180 and 250, we have the boys from the Black Tower and Norm. We're going to be enjoying this lovely hot sauce together. It's going to be super fun. What?
The lovely
I
boys
appreciate the
from
compliment. I'm 250.
Sorry, did I get it wrong?
Okay, it has made me very well aware.
Did I get it wrong?
I will be a
fine.
stocky boy.
All 4 of these gentlemen over here being of various heights, various ages, and various weights.
There you go. That sounds like the very inclusive introduction.
There it is.
I appreciate it.
All right.
We have
Yours for the
gentlemen
rest
who are
wing,
going-
the Black Tower.
the Black Tower Podcast. Choose one, Malou.
I love it.
Run away, my lord.
Run away. Run away is
Hey.
right.
You think he's compensating for something?
I hope not.
I just
Oh,
love
Lord.
that donkey just
Okay, so
Yep.
now, here's how this works. As for those of you who are
Totally.
watching for the first time, and those of you who have not gone back in time and watched our previous videos, which you should do because they're a lot of fun. What we're going to do is, now that we've outlined the sauces, before we get down to business to defeat the Huns,
they sent me
we
links when I asked.
are going to issue
Did they send
our
me like
challenges.
when I asked?
Because it's not a taste
Because
the
of the
taint
whole-
challenge unless we invite others to suffer with us.
Oh wait, we do that at the end. We've always done that at the
Yeah.
end.
I thought we did it.
We've literally never done it.
But
at the
we do
end.
that at the end. But what we can do now
Yes.
is, so the plan we have is we still have a bunch of Ask an Asherman or AMA questions left over from January 2021. And so that anybody listening live or in the Discord or doesn't feel left out, we did not announce this previously.
Correct.
We're going to take and eat or try a sauce. We're going to taste one taint, just for one taint.
You
And
put
then
one taint in your mouth,
Yes.
and then you put one question in your brain, and then you have one answer come out of your mouth.
Excuse me, sir. I would like to buy one taint and 3 meats, please. So we're going to try the first sauce, and then we're going to answer at least 2 questions. If you have questions, AMAs are perfectly acceptable. That could be about the podcast, what we think about an aspect of the Wheel of Time, the TV show. Don't ask about episode 8. Anything.
Ask
you
me
can think to
anything
ask.
except episode 8.
Yeah, don't ask me about episode 8. But you can ask us anything, and we will take and try to answer at least 2 questions or so. per
I'll
sauce.
talk about episode. I'll take
No,
it.
I'll talk episode 8 as well.
I'm
So
just-
this
I'm
half
just-
over
okay.
here,
For the sake of its survivability, I'm saying don't ask me about episode 8. I am not kind. To go against the words of Darius II, I might be a king, but I am not kind.
That's right. Okay.
So we'll do that, but we're going to start with some of those.
Okay, let's.
From back then, after we get the sauce
Yes. Can
going.
you grab your sauce for us?
We
when
will-
we end the
we
thing?
have them in the right way.
I
Yeah, we
don't know.
We do.
Daniel claims we have them in the right.
All right, so if it's wrong, it's Daniel's fault.
Yes.
If it's right, it's Daniel's fault.
Yes. Okay. So we're starting off with.
How do you feel being told that your sauce is the weakest?
This
sorry.
thing is I diluted this on purpose.
Also, sorry, guys, let me be very, very clear. According to the internet, for
One of
every
only
single one I
smallest-
could find, they are in order in
yes,
Scoville
yes.
units.
Yes.
Now, as we all know from hot sauceness, sometimes Scoville units is not the greatest determination for actually how hot it feels.
Oh, so you mean those sauces that have wild estimation between 750 and 2 million Scovilles are bad measurements?
Yeah, no, it's crazy.
Crazy.
So as I said, I put them in Scoville order. If they don't feel like they're in heat order, I apologize. And also, I put this one at the beginning because it has no internet skull units.
I mean, it should be first because it is Josh's and it is the best.
That is true.
I've been waiting for this for a while. So.
There it is. All right, so Norman's about to taste the taint for the first time. Slanja, cheers, prost, diboja, all the goodness.
Here we go.
Under the lips and over the gums, look out. Tongue, here it comes. Ooh. I think it has grown in potency.
I think so.
Mm-hmm.
Woo!
Over the lips and under the gums.
Ow!
I'm gonna need all the water under the sun.
So I'm glad I have the bathroom with the bedroom with the attached bathroom. But tonight it might actually be the bathroom with the attached bedroom.
Oh.
Let me get down here.
Oh.
You know what? I have to admit, one is pretty good. Two, it's not as hot as I thought it would be.
All right. All right.
Yes.
Oh, I got hiccups.
But this is
Honestly, to be fair, Josh does a really good job making hot sauce that is heat efficient. Heat efficient. It is solid without being overpowering.
All right. We're going to do this one first as a question. This is a question from way back in the day from Snakes and Foxes. This is a heavy spoiler, so heavy spoiler warning on this. How come there is a one power that is not one and a true power that is not true? Daniel, we'll start with you.
Oh. The answer to that is because, and I'm going to throw him under the bus just a little bit, but I want to preface this answer with Robert Jordan never did anything wrong in his life. However, I will also say that he named the one power in the first book and didn't name the true power until much later. And so once he was already going ahead and opening it up for the true power, nothing mattered anymore.
Is it the Facebook post that just tries to be controversial when they're trying to
Yes.
Welcome to the Wheel of Time, where the one power has no rules.
Welcome to the Wheel of Time, where the one power is not one power and the true power is not true. I'm your host,
Robert Jordan.
Welcome to the Wheel of Time,
Woo!
where the Aes Sedai are wrong and the power doesn't matter.
If you were in chat or on the Discord or wherever, feel free to ask your questions whenever I will try to see them.
I was about to say,
Indeed.
hold on. Let's do this.
You want to move to the other side?
I'm going to move to the other side. Hand me
Do you
my
have
wings.
friends on the other side?
I got wings on the other side.
I'll be waiting on the other side.
I didn't know he had
I'm
backup
ready
singers.
for
That
another
was
sauce.
awesome.
Let's go. Let's do this.
All right.
It's a-
One more
different
question
song.
and let's get into the next sauce.
Let's see.
Well, wait.
What
Do
kind
you
of
guys have
answers?
different answers for that? We do.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Other people have answers.
You don't need to.
Oh,
If you
my answer would
agree
be
with
because
or close
Snakes
enough
and
or whatever.
Foxes is a smarmy, wily son of a apple lover, and I will not get drawn into a contract with him by answering one of his stupid questions.
Wait, but that's your answer to the question.
I'm on to you, Snakes and Foxes.
Wait, but that's your answer to the question.
Don't tell him that.
I would say that it's simple. It's a lot more simple than that. That I think it is. It's seen controversial and shocking and surprising to have a one power that wasn't actually one and a true power that wasn't actually true. Now you could throw some 8th grade English teacher logic on it and say that maybe it was called the true power because that's how the Dark One convinced people that he truly held the power. That to get access to the true power, you had to believe that he was the true deity, I guess.
Yeah, I guess.
Of the world and reality, even though he existed outside of the world and reality. But
There is a simpler answer to this.
What's that?
Look at it like this.
People suck.
Yeah.
O comes before T.
But look at it like this. Neapolitan. That is one flavor.
No, it's not.
But it has
That's
three
three flavors smashed together in a trench coat.
It's the one power.
It is a lazy abomination. I will not be told.
All right.
No, I think I'm actually going to have a slightly more philosophical answer to this and sort of change my answer from before. Not actually change it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Yeah, we've got way long on this taste of thing.
Yeah.
We're gonna.
We got 2 hours for this whole shtick.
Okay.
What's sorry?
But there's also the counter effect because last time it feels like we hit a certain point in hot sauce.
Oh, where
And
it
it was
didn't
so
matter
hot
anymore.
it fucked our taste buds and we just didn't notice.
Well,
anymore.
that's what happens when we start out with the hot.
I mean, that's
Yeah.
also true.
So
All right, so my
That's what we
actual
started
answer to this that I actually like better, which I think that Robert Jordan was in some ways trying to say, is that it is actually the one power. And even though people are like, oh, well, I use Sidene and she uses Sidar and whatnot, he was like, no, it's the one power.
I've got a plan.
It's always been
I'm going
one.
to use Sidene to steal the Declaration of Independence.
okay, what's the next question?
People made it 2 powers. Robert Jordan made it 1.
So I like this one. This is from Anthony.
Okay.
And this question is, who is your favorite C-tier character and why?
We know all about C-tier characters. because we've been doing
What are the C-tier
background breakdowns.
So I'm going to assume that, like,
C-tier.
Yeah, I don't know what that. Define it yourself.
I
define
think-
it for yourself because we're gonna.
Well, let's go with like their prevalence in the story being their tier.
Sure.
Where like an A tier character by prevalence in story is going to be like Ran, Matt,
Yeah.
Perrin, Gwaine, Nynaeve.
Technically, there was
Semesh.
class, but
All right,
She wasn't
Japanese
there.
rating system.
Actually, he'd probably be a really good C-tier character.
Who?
Yeah, that might actually be one of my
Semesh.
answers. I don't know if that's my favorite C tier. A B tier is going to be like maybe characters that are still have fair importance throughout several books, like Galad, Tamane,
Okay,
So anyone we've done a background breakdown.
Yeah.
Those are B
I
tier.
got you. I got you.
So, like for an example, Anthony's C tier was Aludra, because Aludra does really cool stuff.
She's a B character to us.
Well, to us.
but she's not like super prevalent,
Or at least
across
that's true.
several books.
That's true.
So I think like super prevalent across several books would be B tier, but they're not like the most prevalent across all the books.
Oh, then I got
And maybe C tier is like somebody that's like only important in like one book.
Okay.
And I'm gonna go ahead and answer here so I can use his name. A fucking Ingtar. Incredible character, incredible journey. I love him more than I love many B and A tier characters.
Okay.
However, he is only relevant for the Great Hunt.
Yeah.
I'll give you that.
Is he even relevant in the Great Hunt?
Oh!
No, just kidding.
He's only relevant for 3 chapters.
He's
in the Great Hunt.
fantastic in the Great Hunt.
So we go based off of pure like how relevant they are in the series. If that is the metric for tier character, I'm gonna go with Ingtar.
I feel like that is still a subjective thing, which is fine.
Yeah.
But I am actually gonna. Here, do you have one?
I really think Semesh is my favorite. Like,
Okay, cool.
I think that character is so untapped, but at the same time,
Fair enough, Leia. Fair enough.
their presence in the story is so necessary,
Mhm.
so minuscule, and they're just it's almost tragic that we don't get much more information.
Part of the
with
Boba
Semesh.
Fett of the Wheel of
So
Time.
you know,
You're the Star Wars expert of the
Tavern.
podcast.
I
You know what?
hate-
I would watch the shit out of the Book of Ingtar.
I hate you because you're actually pretty damn accurate right there. Yes.
The Book of Ingtar
is
I would
the
watch
Boba
that.
Fett of the Wheel of Time series.
He
Yes.
survives the Sarlacc,
100%.
right?
Yes. Totally.
I mean, Shan Chan Falma is the Sarlacc pit in the Wheel of Time, right? Pops
that
up.
one we made.
Pops up
That one we
basically.
made different.
Pops up basically once. It's a seemingly unsurvivable thing, but at the same time, you could totally survive.
So like maybe like Ingtar survives.
Leia,
And
who
then-
hurt you in the Eye of the World so bad?
Oh
F tier.
no, Leia! Oh,
You did say earlier you were tipsy. So.
Have you seen? You've seen that meme, right? That's the Jabba wants you to know that for the next 1,000 years you'll be digested. And Luke's like, "Hey, C-3PO, tell Jabba we'd starve way before that. Hey, tell him he's fucking stupid. Tell him that's how people work. We'd starve way before we died from digestion."
it's so good. I
Actually,
love
that
it.
was Robot Chicken. Was when that skit, so.
Was it?
Yeah.
Did they do that?
What?
Yes.
Okay, I've
I
seen
think
it as a
Semesh.
meme. I haven't
Semesh.
actually.
Okay.
So okay, again, this one might also be controversial based on how much they do in the series, but I'm gonna say Dahmer Flynn. Dahmer Flynn is one of my absolute favorite characters.
Ooh.
He is not actually that present that often, but every single time he is, I swear to God, you feel it. Like,
Tavir and Urashna works good for the TV show. Talking about have we seen a body? Fair enough for the TV show.
Fair enough.
Because it works for, loyal.
that's true. Yeah. I mean, we never see him again in the book series, so it doesn't really count for the book series. But for the TV show, there are definitely going to be people who are like, unless he like runs out, unless he Boromirs himself, like people are definitely going to be like,
Is it over? Right? Ingtar just stands up. I ain't seen no body.
I could do this all day.
Yeah, I know. But at least you have America's ass.
That is Shidar's ass. We've already seen Malkir's ass.
That's true.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
Now we gotta get Shidar's ass. All right.
I love D&D.
Right? What?
Answer?
Yeah, Norm?
No, you can.
Let's do it.
My C tier character, and I think he's a C tier character. Oliver.
Ooh.
Oliver
See?
would be my C character because one, he's the one who warned Andor after reading Matt's letter.
Right.
He actually won Snakes and Foxes, which actually.
I mean,
Matt
Matt wins Snakes and Foxes,
No.
which is
No. Oliver won Snakes and Foxes.
Well, they both.
He won Snakes and Facts.
Because of that,
It's almost like it's
Snacks
a
and
metaphor.
because of that is what gives Matt
Tree.
the idea for everything that
What
he
happened
did.
It's happening simultaneously.
Tree, you've only missed the.
Yeah, Over's
first
playing with someone
hot
else
sauce.
when Matt's in the Tower of
Which
But
Dimity.
he's the one.
My
Correct. Yeah. But they're in
It was
two
good.
totally different
But
places,
that-
which
the hot-
they're happening
It's not-
simultaneously. As Over's winning, Matt's also
We're
winning.
talking about C tier characters.
But yes, you're
yes.
And
We're going off of like how prevalent, like how much they're in the series and how impactful they are. So like A tier is going to be like Rand, Matt, Perrin, Nynaeve, Egwene, Moraine, Lan.
Yeah.
There's somebody else in there, I'm sure. Loyal.
There's lots of people. In there.
is
Wait,
Loyal A tier?
Oh yeah.
And then,
Um,
Oliver.
I don't know.
And then,
about-
like,
I feel
B
like
tier-
Loyal's B tier.
B tier would pop in and out throughout the series and still be pretty influential and have like significant
Because
effects.
Loyal like disappears for
Like Leandrin and Elida.
surprising number.
And then C tier would be like they're only there for like a book or two.
Yeah.
In my mind, that's how.
Yeah,
Oliver's
Over wins
there.
Snakes and Foxes, warns Andor.
And he blew the horn.
Yeah, he did.
And he's the horn.
He blew the shit out of
Let's
that
see.
horn.
Leia agrees with you. Oliver's a good choice. Anthony
Thank
agrees
you,
with you.
Leia. Even though I was,
Wait,
I was-
I'm sorry. You think Ulver's a good choice, but Semesta's not? I agree that Ulver's a good choice. I'm not trying to take that away from anybody. But Semesta's not?
All right, Tavern. Thanks for
Hurt
watching, and
you, Leia.
we'll see you.
Good night, Tavern.
Bye-bye.
Let's see.
Okay, what's our next?
Is
question?
he C tier though? He did save the world. Anthony's from Leia. I think he is
See,
C
that was
tier.
where I was.
But that's
I felt
why
like
it's
he was-
amazing that he saved the world. Oh, I like that turn on it. Like even C tier characters can save the world. That
Look
has
at
a
it this
very
way.
anime
Oliver
feel.
is pretty much like this background filler for a lot of stuff. Yes.
Are you kidding?
He wrote.
He teaches
That's why
Matt
I
everything he
framed it.
knows after Matt does the same.
I mean, he wrote Pips in a horse race. So
If we
he
gave them
lost.
tiers based off performance and actions, like there's so many characters that
Yeah,
are like
there.
seen below.
Granted, but
Well, and there are so many who
Like, because to
pop
be
back
fair,
and
then you got to
forth.
put Almond Bunt in like a fucking D
Right?
tier because like his actual effect isn't that big.
Sure. My point is that Oliver is
He was a
just
fucking
is there
taxi.
just enough
Twice.
to be part of the story that when he did blow the horn,
Those
it
many
was
times.
such a
At first it was this many, then it was this many.
moment.
Yeah. No, I know exactly where you're going with that because
I can
remember,
respect the decision.
I remember
Yeah.
distinctly reading for the first time,
Tree agrees with you.
getting to that moment in the books where Oliver is, stranded in a little
The
cliff
whole-
hill hole, and there's a trolley
Gentlemen.
crawling at it, and he, out of pure desperation,
We have been challenged to war
what?
by a representative of Malkin.
oh,
A member of Threefold Land has challenged us to war.
Stand us all up.
Stand you all up.
I'm pretty sure, Leia,
In the
I'm
words
pretty sure
of
you
Russia,
did stand
that's a
us all
movie.
up. Because guess who's not here right now?
He said you didn't show up to the gathering, Batman.
Oh.
And I was looking forward to meeting you.
Oh. I can't go much higher. No, but then Alder blowing the horn out of like sheer desperation, and it worked. Like,
And then Jane Farce.
yeah, and then
Jane Farce.
Yes,
I love the description.
Right, Jane
All
Farce.
the guys come out of the smoke.
and then one just
rider.
Jane Farce riding Bella.
You're like, yeah, that's right, because Bella. You may not think she's the creator. Fine, she's definitely a goddamn hero of the horn.
Oh, she is.
Well, she's
he
not
definitely.
dead, so.
No, she
point.
is. No, she absolutely
not
is.
at this
You
point.
shut your
She's
mouth.
absolutely
She survives
fucking
the
You
last
shut your
battle.
mouth.
No, she doesn't.
She,
I don't
she
give
does.
a fuck what the companion says. She does not say that.
Well, you know why it's called the companion? Because it's my friend.
Oh!
And right now, you're not being my friend.
I didn't promise to be your friend. I promised to tell you the truth.
It was in the contract.
Guys, we're supposed to.
But Leia, yes, we love you all. We love
Hey,
you too.
Josh. Shut up.
You're right. You're right. We're supposed to agree on everything.
That's right.
But we fucked up. We didn't spend the first 23 minutes talking about beer. So.
Ah! Damn it.
I love this beer. It's
All right.
from Hofbrauhaus.
So wait. What? Are we all from the same frat, or are we just from multiple different?
We're from.
Are you from
the same
Are you from
frat?
Sigma Chi?
We're from Ligma Mike Alpha.
Ligma Mike Alpha.
Wait, I'm not familiar with that one. What's a ligma?
Oh God.
It stands for lick my asshole.
No. Lick my butt.
When we get ready for.
Yeah, we're doing the second one.
too.
Yeah, we're doing
Hot Sauce
Hot
number
Sauce
2 is
number
coming up.
Nombre dos.
Lambda.
There it is. Lambda.
Yeah, it just sounds like 3 L's. Like you just take L's.
No, lambda.
You don't know what Lambda is?
You don't know what lambda.
You don't know what Lambda is either?
Wow.
Well,
I
it
know
was a
what.
certain
I know
group
what.
of
Oh,
people-
Black Betty Pambalam is.
It was a certain college frat in the 80s
From Adams
who
College.
got revenge
Yes.
on all the jocks on base because they were
Yes.
tired of being mistreated.
Is this fucking Revenge of the Nerds? Get out of here.
Hey, Revenge of the Nerds walked so that we could fly.
It's one of the
Wait, hold on.
movies
Did I miss
that
if
we
you really
held
did
up
just
today.
Revenge of the Nerds?
He did.
Yes.
Jump.
So, as part of the 4th annual Gathering Madness, we're going to announce we have a free open position.
New lineup, ladies and gentlemen.
And
New lineup.
unfortunately, because he was ever present and almost the catalyst for this, Norm, you need not apply.
Don't call us.
Don't
We'll
call
call
us.
you.
I'm already just. Wow.
Oh,
Already
man.
disqualified.
Right. But let me make something clear. Thanks for coming.
Yes,
Yes,
Revenge of the
we're
Nerds.
absolutely happy to have you here.
We're Tri-Lambs.
We're having a great time. All right.
Tyler.
Second
Commissioner Smack. Hey, Smack, what's going on?
Hey!
Those of you who don't know, we do thanks to Smack, he made
Not the
it.
next sauce.
We didn't make it at all. While Josh is getting the next sauce. A fantasy football style league for the Wheel of Time TV show. As soon as we know when season 2 will be coming out, we'll be announcing when Fantasy League for the TV show for season 2 will be beginning. Now we're going to be joined by the Way of the Leaf. I'm pretty sure there was another, and I'm bad at memory. So,
Yeah, we can look up our.
but we're
I do
gonna
not
have some
remember
people,
offhand.
and we're gonna do live streams talking about like the points
This
and everything.
now, this one, guys, be careful with this one. It's a little bit more
Yes, watery. So probably
liquidy.
do it over your tray. We got these fancy little trays from the place that we got the wings from. And by fancy little trays, I mean not fancy at all. They're totally just shit ass trays that were the boxes that they came in.
They work.
They work, yeah. No, and that's all that really
They
matters.
do what does.
All that
doesn't need to be
really
done.
matters
That's
is they fucking work.
So for anybody joining us now, we're doing a bit of an AMA too. So we'll go back and answer some questions we've had since January 21.
Right.
And we'll also answer some questions for chat. So if you have questions, put them in chat. I'll try to scroll up and down and find them and all that fun stuff.
All right, now the next one is Inferno Farms
Oh, no.
Pineapple Express.
This is also a pineapple hot sauce, but it's not as good as mine.
And it wasn't a great movie either.
Pineapple Express.
Yeah. All right.
That was a
This
fantastic movie.
This half of the couch is agreed.
Cheers.
Okay.
Cheers.
I'm not in love with that.
This is milder than yours.
Yeah.
It is. It's also just not as tasty.
It's just
Like, it's just not taste.
it's just pineapple sauce.
Yeah.
Don't put this on pizza.
I mean, yeah, don't. But not
No.
because it's pineapple.
No, yes, because it's pineapple.
Just because it's not
Pineapples do
good hot
belong on
sauce.
pizza. Pineapple does not belong on pizza.
Oh.
Die on that hill.
Yep. Weird hill to die on, but at least you're dead.
Oh man. No, that's not even good.
It's not bad, though. It just doesn't have anything. Like, it's just...
There's no kick.
I'm sorry. I almost want to just disqualify this one
That's
on principle.
Disqualify it from what?
From being a hot sauce.
There's no contest here.
I mean,
It's man versus food.
I know it's not a contest.
I would consider it a hot sauce.
Daniel,
I would
there's
agree
no
with you.
contest here. It's us versus food.
Well, but like, what are you
Say it again.
disqualifying?
The fact that it's not a hot sauce.
It's not hot.
It's like a pineapple.
I can drink
I
that.
actually kind of agree with you.
Oh, you know what? Here, I got $1. I would want you to drink.
No, please.
I'll buy that for $1.
Stop.
No,
Stop. We still have other hot sauces to do. I don't want to.
Yeah, I know, but that's okay because this
can
is
do it later.
What's the worst that's going to happen is asshole explodes midstream.
Yeah, we would get a lot of clicks.
Man's asshole explodes live on stream.
I
Okay.
don't want to get clicked.
What's our AMA? What's our AMA for this round?
All right, here, fine. We're gonna. While you pull up the next question, I will go and do a thing.
Okay, and also get like some rum and coke. 'Cause I don't
Is it time?
Yes, let's do a rum and coke.
Yes.
That big mug is mine.
Is it? Okay.
With ice.
So we'll go with this one. No, we're not, actually. Hold on. I didn't read through these. A lot of these aren't as spoilery as I labeled them initially. Oh, so here's a good one. This is from our friends Gleeman Twitch over at the Gleeman's Apprentice podcast.
Yes.
And it says, if the Ashaman show, the Amazon show,
The Ashaman show. You have it right.
yeah, if the Ashaman show only gives us 3 Ashaman, other than Logain and Taim,
Okay.
who do we want the third one to be?
Okay. This might be controversial, but I believe the answer is obvious.
I don't know that character.
Me. I feel like Rocco from Boondock Saints. Me! I'm the guy! That's what I want. That's what I want the third Ashaman to be, me.
I'm sorry, I didn't see. I'm thinking back to reading the books, and I don't remember ever reading about an Asha bitch.
That's
Don't hurt me.
I
couldn't
Actually,
resist.
there is a lot of love between you two. You can't see it right now.
You missed the earlier
It's
streams
there.
where we do beat canoodles.
on our only taints.
Yeah. I don't know. Serious answer, I'd have to say Narishma.
Narishma's good.
I think Narishma has a bigger impact on the story. And is a more important.
I would have to say Dahmer also because he's the one who helped.
Dahmer!
He helped create Maul in here.
No. Neith? No, that was Nath.
Yeah, Nath.
Was it
Nath?
Nath?
I thought it was Dahmer.
Nope.
It was like Ashaman or the Wise Ones. You know, the whole thing. I thought it was Dahmer.
Well, there
it's
was
Nath.
2 of them, I thought.
Okay,
There were
okay,
two.
chat. Who
Yes.
was there? Who were the Ashaman?
Well, okay.
It was the
Oh,
two
I'm
Ashaman
dumb.
that were with.
I'm dumb. I
Aaron.
retract my answer from Narishma and say Androl. Thank you, Leia.
Wow.
I fucking blanked on the
No.
name Androl for some reason.
Androl is a made-up
No, I actually
character.
did.
He's excluded.
I was like thinking through
He's
Ashaman.
automatically disqualified because he's a made-up character.
Yeah, Androl automatically gets.
Actually,
Andrew.
no.
Androl's not an Ashaman. Not until the very
That
last
doesn't.
book.
That doesn't
So
count. That's not
There
what
you
the
go.
question was
Okay, then
asking.
Egwene isn't an Aes Sedai.
she's not.
Technically, she's not.
Okay.
No,
Yeah,
she
yeah,
never.
She is never in Aes Sedai.
But what I'm saying is, like, that's not what the question is asking. They're all Ashaman. They just haven't all achieved the title of Ashaman.
Lowercase a.
Yeah.
Hold on. If we're on a distant wheel, I raise my glass to you, sir.
Oh,
Hey, to Matt Hatch.
to Matt Hatch.
Get good, Scrub.
Yes.
Which is Black Tower speak for "We love you."
Oh, and now that we have all our beverages, to Aaron.
Yes, because we didn't do that earlier.
With Andrew, founded the Black Tower podcast, the original Tsoro'van M'Hael. Aaron, wherever you are, we
allegedly found it.
allegedly.
That's the allegedly is on my part, not on.
We have. We hope that you have.
I might have.
You know,
he was definitely there.
fair weather and strong winds.
Indeed.
All right. Forging.
See, I actually think that Androl is propaganda.
Androl
Just like
is
new-
probably-
Is that all? Is all you see is propaganda?
No, just like New Spring. I think it's a Black Tower conspiracy. Androl is
news.
actually just the name that they give the Deus Ex Machina that happened in the Black Tower.
Yes.
Oh yeah, no.
So the
Androl did it.
Ashaman, the Ashaman for Ma'alanir was Neal. It was figured.
Yeah, there we go.
Neal.
Neal, not Nate.
That's
Neal.
right. That's right.
Okay.
As I'm sure Moshan.
I knew it started with an N.
Yeah, Nate
I
was
was
the
like,
Ashman who gets
Who was
healed
the other
by.
Who said, what are you
There
doing?
was another.
Well, there's an Ashaman who walks up to Nailed.
Grady.
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 Yeah, Grady. Thank you.
Yes.
Yeah, he walks up to Nailed and is like, "What are you doing?" When Perrin's just on his own little world and he doesn't have any idea what the
I
fuck's
don't know.
going on.
It just feels right.
Yeah,
Just
and then
feels right.
Well, I think.
well, and I think Nailed is like he's a dedicated at the time too. He's like not even an
None of
Ashaman.
them- none of them are
And
Ashaman.
Jur is, I think Jur is an
They're-
Ashaman.
So my
Okay.
thing, or my
Okay, that's
my criteria for my decision is we have a bunch of other Ashaman that do things that are all equally incredible in terms of feats with sighting.
okay.
However, the one that off page completes a feat that I think is absolutely insane and incredible with Sidene, and by extension enables the salvation of the world, is Narishma. Because he gets sent to the Stone of Tyr. He has to deftly, even with explanation from Rand, disarm the inverted Sidene traps, pull Kalendor, not succumb to the temptation of using it to do literally whatever he wants,
That's true.
bring it and physically release it to Rand, and that is what enables the full sealing of the bore. It enables the body transfer of Rand and Morden so that Randadin continues to live on
Randadin?
forever.
Randy didn't.
And the world is safe for the next, I don't know,
Morden.
2,000 years until somebody fucks it up.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Good
So that's why I go with Narishma, because like Androl's gateways are incredible, and they're incredibly important when they happen. And Neal is incredibly important, and that's a new thing that's been rediscovered, creating power wrought weapons. It is incredible. Nafe gets his madness healed, as
that's
you know,
right.
we know.
That's
But
why you mentioned my
Narishma's
brain.
actions
Comment
not only
that-
are prophesied,
Yeah.
but directly correlate to the salvation of the world.
So I will say that this question is a little disingenuous for the TV show because, again, all of those things, maybe not all of them, but the lion's share of these things do actually need to happen in the show. But at the same time,
Thank you, Leia. Thank you.
the TV show is just going to give multiple things to a single character if they don't have enough characters that they cast. So really, it's just who do you like their story the most to just be the one who gets the name and then just does all of the Ashaman shit because that's how it would work in the show.
Running around leaving dragon pins, collecting your jar of Ashaman, and tearing time-space apart.
We'll just call him Ashaman.
Well, my name is ever-living-taint.
Motherfucker, I knew it! But anyway,
you didn't actually know that I've been grooming you to join my side, and there are 13 murder waiting.
Well, there's a flag word by the NSA if I ever heard of it.
So
So
yeah,
who-
my choice is Dahmer Flynn. I
Dahmer
actually really, really like Dahmer Flynn. And
I do like Flynn.
One of the things that I actually find the most special about Flynn is from the very beginning, he is an older man.
Yeah.
And so it really does show
Because you're
this.
an old guy. Does not mean you're an old guy.
Right? And so it actually does show almost immediately when it shows that he's tested and has the ability to channel Sabine,
Right.
that there is a chance for Rand, that you don't have to go insane within a short amount of time. You know, all of these different doors that it opens up, that he starts in the story as an older person who can channel. And so again, I mean, the other things that he does, awesome. They're great. I'm not saying that they're not that they're, you know, sort of whatever, but literally from the point that he shows up. And again, in some ways, if you're the TV show, you're probably going to cut some Ashaman anyway. So we're really just going to get multiple Ashaman doing multiple of the Ashaman things. And I can see Dahmer Flynn doing a lot of the things that other people do. And just be the one who gets the name as the Ashaman that gets credit for that.
So,
By the way, Wolf Brother 7, hi.
Hi.
I wasn't looking at the chat as it scrolled by and you said you were here, but hi. Good to see you.
if we're looking at this from a perspective of who must be in the TV show,
Sure.
I'm not sucking up to Leia right now when I say it
Andral.
must be Andral.
Okay.
I feel like Andral plays too much of a
sound
part.
like a Bavora.
Not.
Oh, so Andrew?
No, I feel like not only is he instrumental in the last battle, but he's also instrumental in the resistance at the Black Tower when Taim is turning people. He's instrumental in making sure people stay loyal to Logain and the dragon and the light. And I think those are much more powerful moments. Like, don't get me wrong, opening up a volcano on some motherfuckers is... I like it. I'm happy with
These
it.
M'Haels ain't loyal.
But if he hadn't kept things together so well at the Black Tower prior to the battle beginning, the numbers of the Ashaman would have been severely less than what they were. And I think plus, again, don't get me wrong, I love all these other Ashaman.
Mm-hmm.
But if we don't get Andral, I will riot.
Okay.
A riot
take
of
this-
one just sounds like disorderly conduct.
Or it's like the dude.
Or vigilante.
I swear if I don't
get
get what I want, I will disorderly conduct.
it's the
That's not
guy
the same ring.
at the wrong concert who's moshing by himself.
By himself. So I'm
moshing
gonna,
with
first and
myself.
foremost,
Instead of dancing
oh,
on your own, moshing on your own.
Well, yeah. Did you already answer?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Then I'm actually going to open this question up a little bit. It's going to be not the same question, but related. In the TV show, give us a ballpark of how many Ashaman you think that we're actually going to see from beginning to end.
Main characters, like constant characters.
Oh,
just-
yeah.
Yeah, like
Speaking
names.
parts, or are we
Not
talking-
like just generally at the Black Tower. Like, of the Ashaman that we get in the story, there's, I think, 10 or 12 that actually, like, do things and have names and have stories, if you will. You think 6?
I think about
I'm mad
You
as
also
shit.
think 6?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Because I think like, okay, Grady and
Anthony Neald is great, but the only really big thing he helps with is M'Hael, which is incredible.
Doesn't he help? Isn't he the one who actually runs around with
Maybe
oil
wrong.
to seal the way gates as well?
yes.
Yeah, okay. So he does a couple
he
of-
helps.
So,
Yeah,
yeah.
okay. He helps
but
out the way gates.
Where
and he
we're
helps
going with this, where I was-
rediscover power out weapons, which
Yes.
are important. I
And
just
I
don't
was-
think it's as important as anything as ultimately what Flynn does, as what Andral does, or what Marishma does.
Yeah.
and where I was just getting ready to go with this is
And
that
Anthony thinks too.
though I love
Nice.
Grady and Neil, I think they are awesome. I think from a TV perspective,
time is like
Neil or you'll
be Nelt, and he's like Neil, what?
I think
Where?
Neil or you'll be Neil.
Wait, what?
What did I do to him?
I think
I'll just end it
that
with like
it's
rock power armor.
easiest for those characters who have little bits like that can easily be like, look what he did. Who's this guy? That guy is Niald or Joe Grady.
Yeah.
Oh, cool. And then move right on. And they'll do like what they did with Basil Gill in season 1.
Sure.
Master Gill, don't come back in here. Oh, that was Basil Gill. Really? Cool.
Oh, he'll be back.
remember
Let's hope so.
He'll be back.
it's also easier because when you're doing POVs, like when you're doing Rand, he only has maybe 2 or 3 Ashaman with him at all times.
Yes.
So those are the 2 guys you can have. Well, 3, yeah, but
Yeah,
Well,
he's
you
one
need to
Ashaman,
see the
one
real
dedicated,
motherfuckers.
and one soldier.
but you can chop it down to 2 very easily.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Aaron, he has like 2 guys all the time. So those are the 2 guys you can focus on. Matt has 0. You don't have to worry about Matt. And then you got Taim at the camp, or sorry, at the
tower.
farm until it turns into the Black Tower. And so you can focus on him. And
And then you
then
got
when
Logain.
Logain comes back, then you can focus on those 2. And then if you want to go, the 2 with Rand, you can say 2 with Rand, and then you add the 1 of Androl. And you can follow Androl with Taim in the last couple of seasons. So there you go. It's very simple. That way you don't have to get all complex or anything like that.
Sure.
Because all the main people have something except Matt.
Yeah.
Because Matt's going to be having,
Well, he's
Noel.
got the band of the Red Hand.
Right, but he's going to have Noel. He's going to have Tom. He's going to have Tommy. I'll call him Tommy.
Talman.
Call him Tom. Whatever his bloody name is.
Talmanese.
T-Dude.
Talmanese.
He's got that there tall man.
All right, we got
Tall
Nalisian.
mayonnaise.
All right, so we got Nalisian, Talmanese, Testicles.
Hercules.
Hercules.
Okay, did you give an answer?
Yes, I did.
Maybe you
What
said
was it?
Hercules. I said Hercules.
I'd like to make some sweet music. Our story actually begins long before Hercules.
So, have we answered of the 3, excluding Logain and Taim? Who would the 3rd be? I think we have.
Yeah, Dahmer,
Yeah.
Narishma,
Let's go with the next one.
Androl.
Androl, and Nail.
Now.
Okay, let me
Oh, so
ask
Anthony,
one.
somebody did say now, then they
Yes.
were wrong, but they said it.
Can I actually ask one more question?
Okay.
Sure.
No.
Also,
that was a
yeah.
question.
Continued being related with this because we are the Black Tower.
You're related to
talk
what?
to ourselves or talk about ourselves.
To
ourselves.
ourselves. We do like to
You
talk to
you
ourselves.
hush up.
Joke's on you, I do
Both,
both.
right?
I talk to myself about myself.
So let's say the show gets 10 seasons.
Okay.
Show gets 10 seasons.
It was bold.
Again, I'm just throwing out a number so that we have a scale to go.
More
on.
than 8. But yeah.
Sure. So 10 seasons. Let's say 10 seasons. We know they're not in one. When in the series, given 10 seasons, do you think the Black Tower shows up?
Season 3.
Season 3?
3.
Andrew?
I'm gonna say 4.
4?
5, because 4 is going to be season 4 is going to be that waste and everything that goes on that, and then it's also going to be stuff that's going on with 2 Rivers. That leaves season 5 for Rand going back to Andor, and we finally get Andor in all its glory, and then we'll get to see the development. I've been thinking about this.
Yeah, no, I like this.
I think season 4 would be like just how we saw the Shan-Chan the first time in season 1. I think 4 would end with a Shan-Chan-esque view of the farm, of Taim doing something and somebody just like crumpling or a rock exploding.
That is a misnomer, though, because saying that you saw the Shan-Chan in season 1, it's like you can't call.
Yeah, you can.
It's not a
You can't
misnomer.
call you can't call a tag. You saw them in
Yeah, you
season
can.
1. It's a tag. It's like saying, okay, we saw Nick Fury in Iron Man.
We did.
We did!
But you saw him for 5 minutes. That doesn't mean thinking he's
Well,
in the movie.
I appreciate the specification that it's going to be a tag at the end of 4, but I still think that's an accurate statement. Then.
I was saying, when will I see it? And my eyeballs is open. I was looking. I sent it.
Okay, it's
Because my
uncredited.
two good
It's
I
an
also
uncredited-
actually
It's like an
think
uncredited actor. You know, Sean Connery was in what's his name? The Prince of Thieves, but he was uncredited
Yeah.
because he was King Richard. But he was uncredited in the movie. So yes.
So
he's
Robin
technically
Hood Men in Tights, not
That just sounds like he has.
King of Thieves.
That just sounds like he has a
Prince
bad
of Thieves.
agent.
Sorry, Prince of Thieves. But the
No,
point is,
Men in Tights.
yes, I know. We're
Men in Tights. Yeah.
You said Sean Connery?
Sean Connery was in.
Oh, no, that's
Prince of
Patrick
Thieves.
Stewart.
That's Patrick
No.
Stewart.
Oh, okay. So yeah, you are
Patrick
talking
Stewart
about.
was Men in
Yeah,
Tights.
Men in Tights.
That's
Sean Connery.
Sorry,
Sean
you're
Connery
right.
was-
My bad.
but
My bad.
The point is
Okay.
that
I was going to say, I was like, what the fuck?
Yeah,
I love
even
Men in
though-
Tights.
but even though technically Sean Connery was in that movie, he was uncredited, and
But
you don't think of Sean Connery as being the star in Prince of Thieves.
Well, again,
Well, it wasn't, 'cause he
star
wasn't
in and in the movie are two different things. You're getting too hung up on star.
Well, it's
That's like the restaurant scene in the second Batman movie.
Yeah.
The Dark Knight.
Yeah.
Okay.
Nobody credits Heath Ledger or the Joker being in the diner, in the restaurant where they eat. And he is. He definitely is.
Yes.
He's sitting to the table just to the right. As you're looking towards Bruce Wayne, he is sitting at the table just to the right.
Yeah, Bruce
Just
and
'cause you
Rachel are
don't
sitting
reckon-
there. Harvey Dent comes down, and Joker, Heath Ledger, is sitting in the
Yeah.
table next to them.
Without makeup, and to the point where when they show the shot behind him, he went so far as to adopt the Joker style stature at the table.
Really?
So when you talk about
That's
how did
crazy.
the Joker know that Bruce Wayne had feelings for Rachel, but wasn't Rachel's actual boyfriend, was because of that dinner scene.
Because
He was
he's a
sitting next to
motherfucking
him.
stalker, and he was around every chance.
And it's
Harvey
lessons,
Dent was.
it's
All right.
lessons he learned from Knight's Tale.
Andy.
There we go.
Okay, so
It's cold along.
Should we
Hello.
redo round 2?
Yes, we are sort of redoing round 2. I grabbed the bubble
Okay,
dumps,
round
hot
3.
sauce.
So-
I know that it's
Okay.
just a repackaging.
No.
Yeah.
Hey Josh, did you know you can get Office on this device?
I do have Office on that device.
Well, it just said you can get it again.
Oh, I can do
Apparently.
it again.
What?
That's nice of them.
Microsoft
All right,
is
ladies
fucking
and gentlemen, we are introducing Bubba Goose hot sauce. It is a Cajun hot sauce. This is happening.
Bumbo Tramp, dude.
That's right.
You can boil it.
I'm
You can
pulling
boil
the
it.
seal off
You
the
can
top.
barbecue
That's
it.
how
You,
you
can
know
put it
it's
on skewers.
fresh.
You can.
then I pop the top.
Pop a top again.
Wait, what?
I think you'll have.
Ooh. Okay.
You can't get me triggered on country
I started-
stuff, man. You
I
gotta,
started salivating, just sniffing it.
you gotta
So
stop doing that shit. He has a bad habit of
Oh.
starting a country song, getting me started because that's like childhood for me,
oh yeah.
and then
There
just
it is.
forgetting it exists.
This one's also very liquidy, so keep it over your fancy containers.
You're very liquid.
All your fancy containers.
Sometimes.
Got him.
Bring it on. Great movie. It's my guilty pleasure.
Emperor's New Groove.
No, Bring It On.
Oh.
What about bringing on?
Extremely hot sauce.
God no.
Gonna destroy our intestines. Probably come out our buttholes the same color it went in. Bring it on.
God no.
That was an Emperor's
The
New Groove.
real reason we said people had to go home and
Right there.
Oh god. Okay.
quick, you can't see. Fuck them up.
Norm's hiding
You got a
behind the
little
pillow.
euro gonna
I
want
fear
use it.
you more than
Paper towel.
any of my previous specters.
There, right?
Can't see me.
What?
If
All
I
right,
can't see you,
Leia.
you can't see me.
This isn't like a full-on question, but Leia wants to know what delivery device are we using to test the various taints?
Yes, these
naked
are
wings.
Buffalo
naked
Wild
Buffalo
Wings.
Wild Wings.
Yes.
Josh is doing traditional. The rest of us are doing chicken nuggets.
Sorry, I like we're doing chicken.
Here you go, ready?
All right, everybody ready? Solange.
I love it so much. Also not hot, but
Hotter than the last one though.
very yes.
Not really. So far, yours, Josh, is the hottest.
Oh yeah.
So far. Whoa.
Oh, the only thing that's fucking me up is how dry the fucking chicken nuggets is.
Yeah.
Fuck you, B-dubs.
No, usually, hey,
Unless
when
you
you have
sponsor us,
sauce
then thank
on
you,
it, it's
Vito.
good.
I feel like we need to throw a bonus sauce in this because the last two have been depression.
Well, I mean, we did already throw in one bonus sauce.
But the bonus sauce was depressing.
Sure.
It just wasn't
I
hot.
wanted to hurt.
Fuck me up, fam!
See, I'm actually okay with it not putting.
Daniel's over here like, oh god, oh that's so hot. Oh, don't you guys feel the heat?
No, I didn't do that at all, but I am also okay with that.
All right, what's the next
Let's go to another
question?
question. Daniel,
Yes.
we'll let you answer this one first.
Oh, you
Heavy spoiler from Matt King Cole 1, if you remember them.
Nice, yeah.
What post-Tarman Gaiden is the leadership of the Black Tower doing in order to gain some prestige and influence in the White Tower? Leia, I know you're about to break your keyboard typing so fast.
In the White Tower?
Gain some prestige and influence in the White Tower, or basically with the White Tower.
Well, I think
Sorry.
so. Those are sort of two different answers. I will just give the one of in the White Tower. I actually think that they've already done that. That pre-Tarman Gaiden, they have already set up the foundation for all of the political and impressive and whatnot maneuvering and things they need to do in the White Tower, which is the double bond. I think that right there
Double bar.
is already sort of set up that certain Ashaman and certain Aes Sedai are already working hand in hand. They already recognize that both parties and both entities give so much to the equation that they can be very much better together. That they can be yeah.
Elida realized they couldn't be ignored.
She did.
And that's when she thought there was like 20.
Right?
She's like, oh, there's probably only 20 of them.
Yeah.
And
Did
so-
you guess? You's wrong.
Well, and again, like in the Black Tower and with the sisters that are running around with I don't remember who. So there's a small pocket of no, they're the ones that are running around with Rand. They're the three Aes Sedai and the three Ashaman that are bonded that are running around with Rand because it happens like outside of Farmatting or whatever. When he's away from them and he's not he's not watching over them. There are three Aes Sedai and three Ashaman that bond each other effectively. And when he cleanses the taint on Sidene, that's when they're like asking the Aes Sedai that are bonded to the Ashaman. They're like, "Is it clean? Like, can you tell? Like, blah blah blah." So that's one set, and then of course in the Black Tower, Logain has force bonded Aes Sedai, which I'm not agreeing with at all. But at the same
Not
time,
by his order.
well, he did it himself.
He did, and so did several other Ashaman.
Yeah. No,
At the
I'm-
order of Tainty.
Correct. Yeah. I'm not.
Like, don't get me wrong. Like the general in charge, very wrong.
Yeah.
The people that followed the order, very wrong. In that.
Yes. But it's also not as direct, which I totally get.
But I think
and
doesn't
appreciate.
Logain ultimately doesn't he offer his Aes Sedai like, hey, if we can figure this out, do you want to go? And she was like, actually, kind of no.
Correct. Yeah. But that's much later, and there's a
That's
lot
right,
of
right,
Stockholm
right.
questions.
I mean, it doesn't
But
change
still.
how wrong the initial act is.
Yeah. But again, it's
By
one
the
of
way,
those
Leia
things,
says go and watch the Black Tower episode on Black Tower in the Fourth Age.
right?
She's not going to type that much. I definitely agree. I'm not going to type that much, and you should go watch it.
That's fair.
And while
So-
you're at it, subscribe to Black Tower Podcast on YouTube.com.
But it's interesting because, of course, all of the Aes Sedai that are actually at the Black Tower are red. And then I do not remember the color proliferations of the three that bond the Ashaman that are with Rand. But I feel like
That's the Aes Sedai chosen bonding, right?
that is correct.
Because like it's just as bad, except this time Rand says no. Well, no, he allows Ashaman to volunteer. Never mind.
Yeah. And
Like,
that's
no,
actually
we will,
part
we
of...
will make things right. However, our people that try to work to make it right will be volunteers.
Yeah. And
Some
that's...
of you will bond Aes Sedai, just the volunteers go first.
Yes. And that's actually all of this to say that I think that plenty of people, plenty of sisters in the White Tower, including probably, though not exclusively, the Green Sisters,
But you can vote
would absolutely see the benefit of going ahead and working with and bonding back and forth the Ashaman. And so I really feel like
Leia says,
Daniel!
They are not all red. Just when I saw the comments.
I'm pretty sure that all of the ones that go to the White Tower or that go to the Black Tower are red. No? Okay.
The Pavara delegation are all red, but the other two were delegations.
The ones from.
We're talking about
like
it was the Tower delegation
versus
versus the Saladar.
The ones from Saladar were multi. Or
Yeah, the ones from Saladar were several
The
different
ones
options.
from the light.
And then
were all.
Yeah. No, I thought Elida sent an original delegation that were a couple different Ajas.
Well, the first one she sent got fucking bonded.
And they got bonded.
Exactly.
And then they sent.
That's what I
she
thought
sent
was the all red one.
Another delegation,
Yeah.
and that was the one that Pavara was leading. That was all red.
I think it might have been the second one that was all red.
Was it? Okay.
I
I thought it was the
I
first
think the first one was mostly red.
one. Okay.
I think it was like, what was it, like?
It turns out your delegation is only mostly
Listen,
red.
Which means it's slightly alive. Wait.
Which means it's slightly not.
You created a delegation. There's no truth behind it. Your delegation, you bought it
It's the
from
greatest delegation in the world.
You bought the worst delegation from China.com. All right.
We're
No,
gonna build a palace.
See, this is the
Even
two,
we're gonna build
this
a
is the
palace.
two-
Melania wouldn't hold its hand.
this is
And
the
the
two
Black Tower's
different
gonna
ones.
pay for
Guys,
it.
this is the two different ones. It's before the delegation gets sent.
Well, the all red delegation would be from China.
No. What I'm saying is that before that first delegation gets sent, Elida's definitely sitting in the tower, being like, "This is the best delegation. It's a handpicked by me, the perfect delegation. They're going to do nothing right. They're going to go crush the Black Tower." One of the sisters came up to me the other day, tears in her eyes, and said, "Thank you so much, Elida, for choosing this delegation. You're the best delegation chooser." And then after they get captured, then she's like,
It's the greatest palace
They've been undermined.
as soon as they got, there was no delegation. We sent no delegation whatsoever. I had nothing to do with that delegation. Fake news.
This was big news. This was the China delegation.
It was Antifa.
The Antifa delegation.
We all know that they say anti-fascist, but they're actually fascist.
Anyway, so yeah, all of this boils down to, I think that they actually do work pretty well hand in hand with just the bonding, because the amount of through line between the bonds is so high that I really feel like the Black Tower makes a lot of inroads in the White Tower by convincing their sisters that they are bonded to of different things, and the sisters do a lot to convince the Black Tower of stuff by convincing their Ashaman.
I want to miss a single
I gotta
thing.
say, I hard disagree.
Really? Okay.
I do not think.
I mean, I don't know why you're on this podcast, because we just agree with
I
each
know,
other.
we disagree with each other.
The road has its
Also,
faults.
this beer
I think
is light and refreshing.
it's creamy too. I've had his.
No,
beer.
okay, so here's the thing. I feel like bonding between the black and hey, shush. Bonding between
It's
the
shush.
Black and White Tower is very anti-productive. It worked for Pavara and Androl, but
Wind force?
when forced?
Okay,
Yes,
okay.
when forced.
No, I agree with that.
Yeah.
I'm not talking about force.
No,
I'm
I'm
talking
saying,
about choice after.
but I'm saying
yeah.
I think that diplomacy, cooperation, and alliance between the two towers
Has never been advantageous. Manifest destiny. That was a joke.
Yes.
No, I really feel like, and especially when you start going into the fourth age, you're going to have, Cad Swain, who is the Amerlin seat. You're going to have Logain, who is now running the Black Tower. We refer to him as the M'Hael. I know some people don't like to say that because whatever. But for the sake of this conversation, M'Hael and Amerlin seat. And
The Hammerlin?
M'Hamerlin.
The Hammerhill.
The issue that you're going to run into is it will behoove the Black Tower to create alliance with the White Tower in order to establish some kind of legitimacy in the world. But at the same time, the Black Tower is kind of in a little bit of a state of limbo. They're not explicitly mentioned in the Dragon's Peace Treaty.
Correct.
You will have Andor saying, nope, that's our land. That's our land. And you'll have Logain saying, no.
Come and take it from me.
Rand gave us this land. The Dragon Reborn, who was sitting as an adjutant to the throne at the time, gave us this land. You can't annex. So you're going to have a real interesting political position for the Black Tower because they're going to need some sort of diplomatic relationship with the White Tower in order to establish some kind of legitimacy. But where you've got Logain, who has severe mistrust of Aes Sedai, and Cadsuane, who has severe mistrust of Nandukan Channel, that's going to be a tough road to hoe. Tough road to hoe.
Okay, so curious question for you, because this was the original actual question. How do you think the Black Tower actually does work politically to establish
I really think
whatever
what they
in the
will
White
do,
Tower?
I really think what they will do is, first off, they will establish some kind of treaty with Andor where they will say,
Okay, that's not the White Tower.
they don't just walk up to the White Tower and go, let's be buddies. It's going to take steps.
Why not? Loki did it to Andor.
No.
Yeah, he did.
not. No, he did not.
Yeah, he did.
What
went
he
straight
said
to Elena
was-
and said, we stand with the White Line of Andor.
In so doing, established himself as a separate diplomatic and political entity.
Yeah.
Okay, continue.
Which can be seen as not a very alliance-friendly move. I think what's going to happen is Elaine is going to do with the Black Tower what she did with the Two Rivers.
Okay.
So she's going to allow the Black Tower to operate in Andor with Logain being Lord of the Black Tower.
Okay.
Now, whether or not
As if she had
Logain
choice.
accepts that is a good question. But that will be a bullet point on the diplomatic resume that will give the Black Tower weight in order to not have to compromise as much to earn alliance with the White Tower.
We need to do an episode on ending / post last battle politics or politicking of the Wheel of Time. Because they're not going to
Yeah, I feel like we've
they're not gonna-
touched on it so many
the
times, but
Black
we've never
Tower-
actually done a specific episode.
The Black... Let me confirm. Speaking of my face moving. Black Tower is not going to have any bullet points with any civilization ever. They're going to have cannonball points. They're going to have lightning points. They're going to
Dragon
have fireball
points.
points. They're going to have a dragon point.
Dragon points.
You know who else is going to have dragon points? The Shan-Chan. Because Matt.
I mean,
You know who else is going to have dragon points?
the
Almost the rest of the Westlands and the IU. The only people that aren't going to have dragon points are like the Saurians. And that's going to last for, I don't know, 4 years.
Shards, you mean?
Sure. Yeah.
Yeah,
That's it.
You said Sarns.
What the fuck ever? Same thing.
No, they're not.
So anyway,
Yeah,
this is
yeah,
actually
it's
I'm
close
just gonna pop back in for just a moment and say this is actually why I think that bonding is going to be the way that this happens, because I think that you hit the nail on the head as far as the fact that Logain and Cadsuane do not seem like they are actually going to work with each other at all or be really interested, and maybe they will begrudgingly acknowledge that the other exists and figure out how to work together kind of thing, but they're not going to work together. But again, we all know that the leadership of an army or a political party or a political whatever is one piece of it. And then there are the people who are actually running around doing the day-to-day stuff. And I think that that is where
So you're going to be talking and
Stop.
deciding to give me the definition.
Andrew's watch is pulling up a Wikipedia article on what a political organization is.
Yep. And I think that it's the people It is the lowest on the totem pole entities that are actually really going to do a lot of diplomacy between the White and the Black Tower on the ground level because the leadership is so against each other.
I agree.
I think it needs
It
to.
will have an effect because my thing is, even in the Well of Time, you see those with military might force people to come to the negotiation table. And as much as war is terrible, that is what war is about. It's about using physical, tangible, actual might to force somebody to unequivocally be in a position where they have to have a conversation, where they're going to acquiesce a lot of points.
Right.
Yeah. Shit. I'm not saying it's a great thing. I'm just saying whenever you tell people, hey, don't murder a bunch of people, and they keep saying, I'm going to murder a bunch of people, and you sit there and you force them to come to the table and say, okay, finally, here's an agreement where we're not going to murder a bunch of people, is more advantageous than just allowing somebody to murder millions of people.
That is true.
But generally, what happens when you make those agreements, they still find a way within 10 to 15 years to murder a bunch of people anyway. Because people are inherently terrible when it comes to that scope.
We're not going down that rabbit
Yeah, we already talked about that.
Anyway, so the thing the Black Tower has going for it at the end of the Third Age is they have pure military might. And is that a detriment in political and diplomatic discussions? Absolutely. But they're not completely removed from experience in those discussions. They have allies and they're going to want to work with them, namely Andor. That's the biggest thing. Andor is going to work with the Black Tower period because it has the legacy of their founder, who was the husband to their current queen, the father of the queen's children, who have already pledged to work as partners with Andor. It's going to be a thing where that's essentially NATO in the middle of the fucking continent. Any attacks against the Black Tower or Andor will be an attack against the other. And when you're looking at Andor and the Black Tower versus any other country in a post-last battle situation, Westlands,
the only one that comes close is the Shan-Chan, and they're a ways away from Andor.
Yeah.
So yeah,
mainland Shan-Chan stands a chance.
Maybe, yeah.
The Shan-Chan territories stand zero chance. So the Black Tower, though they are not inherently political, have an incredible amount of political power by having almost a purely military power and showing they have a leader like Logain, who has experience in political power, taking over Galdea. Galdea, that's the one.
Galdea.
I knew it started with a G. That's good for me.
It was true. That wasn't it? She pissing you mouth until you was raining.
Dad, I got cider in my ear.
I don't know. I think the Black Tower has other than maybe the Shan-Chan, as far as being equal in terms of negotiating power, I think the Black Tower has the most negotiating power coming out of the last battle.
I think you guys are over analyzing this way too much because there's two answers to this. There's the first answer. The easiest way they're going to do negotiations is a fireman calendar. You're going to have Logain this January. You're going to have Nourishment February. You're going to have...
I thought that was initially, I thought that was like an incredibly intellectual parody statement. Like, a fireman's calendar is just like, you look really good and everybody
buys it. They're going to be all posing topless.
But it's literally a fireman
calendar. How else?
All right, so that's answer number one.
Yeah, that's the of the Black Tower.
I want to change my answer.
But no, the serious answer, we're forgetting also one major group of people if you're talking about politics and how people can work together. Wise ones. They have worked specifically with men who can channel. Look at M'Hael here. They worked to create power weapons.
in your ear.
Yeah, okay, but they worked to create power rock weapons. They worked to create a lot of things together, and they've been doing it for a while with Perrin. And because Perrin, I think, is going to be the key. Because with Perrin and Fael...
No, Perrin's the hammer, not the key.
Daniel, shut up.
With Perrin and Fael taking up Saldea...
A very, very thick salt.
And with Perrin's
a thick boy.
And with Perrin's link to the Black
Wait,
Tower...
Perrin has a link?
Yes, Perrin has a link. And also, of course, you also got to remember also one more thing.
Will Brother said there's some handsome men on screen talking next to Andrew right now.
Oh man.
Aww.
There's the
He
golden
didn't
crown.
say Andrew, but I'm assuming that's part of it.
There's the golden crown that's around Logan. He's supposed to go on to greatness,
I think that was
and it's not just the greatness because
No, there's suggestion.
Wow, in the presence of
There's
greatness.
suggestion
Right
that
now,
the
guys,
That's
greatness
a thick sauce. It's a
Having
thick
them to
sauce.
say this.
Yeah. There's
So go nuts, go eat
Logan's
shit.
back with a brand new thickness.
there's suggestion that Logan's greatness goes beyond
and
the last time.
and plus,
Yeah.
Logan's nature changed when he had the choice of either
Yes.
taking that big old scepter and going after the scepter, or letting it go and to save whomever
Let
he had
it
to save at that one
go.
time.
Let
Stop.
it go.
I swear I'm gonna throw this out. But because of as the human nature of Logan changed, his outlook changed on how he looked at Aes Sedai, how he works with Aes Sedai. So I think between him and the Aiel, what they're working also with Ashiman, that's also going to affect change. And let's be real. Catslane also has changed.
That's true.
With her interactions with Rand and how she, one, dealt with Rand, two, how she sees men shallow.
You know what I say to that? Flaw.
Fuck.
Very good, very good. You know what? Cheers to that.
Here's to the fall.
Hey, grab your glass.
Fuck.
Fall. Okay. Now, on that note, we're going to do our next sauce. This is the Hot Ones Last Dab, but it's the Chili's de Arbol edition. Chili's de Arbol is delicious.
Yeah,
Love it.
It was actually the last
It's
time
not
we
supposed to
did
be very hot. So
We're getting there. The next two were actually supposed to be pretty ridiculous.
Oh my.
Okay, here we go.
You're right, it's not that hot.
Mm-mm.
I feel like I'm at the fair.
Definitely hotter than the first two that we did that weren't yours, but not as hot as yours.
All right. All right. All right.
I do also want to say real quick that I'm going to throw him under the bus real quick. Josh is getting really uppity about all these hot sauces, and he also brought every single one of the fucking hot sauces. So if there's anybody in the room who's not allowed to get uppity about hot sauces,
Jesus Christ. I just love the phrasing of that. Like, I'm gonna call him out. I'm gonna throw him under the bus for a second. Josh is getting real fucking up. I don't think you threw him under the bus. I think you pushed him under the bus.
Yeah.
And it rolled over about 37.
I was both driving the bus and the one pushing.
I was driving in a passenger. I got the joy of both.
I'm just like,
Well, this is what we did last time. Well, not last time, but the second Gathering Madness. All the hot sauces we tried were ones you already had.
correct.
But we fucked up and had the hottest one first.
Also correct.
So but to be fair,
To be fair,
every hot sauce has tasted really good.
I
With
agree
the
with that, but
exception-
Josh has also been a
with the
little bitch about
exception
too.
of-
So
Okay, it doesn't taste bad. It's just like a sweet.
Listen, if Daniel's like this sauce isn't hot, and you think it is, I'm sorry, you're being a bitch.
You're very young. Wait, who said it was hot?
I don't know.
no one.
I'm just saying in general.
Oh, I thought you were talking like directly.
Because-
I was like, wait, what?
Daniel is the least hot saucy boy.
Correct.
So if he tries your hot sauce, he's like, yeah, this is fine. Like if he says, "Ooh, this is a little spicy," you basically have salt.
You need to go
That
back to
okay?
the
That
drawing
part
board.
is inaccurate.
You've just made ketchup.
Don't let him lie.
On a 0 to 10 scale, I
Yeah, yeah.
appreciate a 4, and I can handle a 6. I do not like 5s or 6s at all, and I hurt from anything above 6.
So
She's 11.
Ooh.
Why not just make 10 a little bit louder?
But these episodes.
Okay, what's our next question?
We gotta crank this up.
That's
though.
why
This
I
is
like you.
All right, cool. So let's do another question. And
Next
then...
poll from January 2021.
Indeed.
Oh, Matt King Cole submitted a lot of questions. I'm trying to
Indeed.
find one. Oh, okay. Here's a good one. From Matt King Cole, this is Miles Spoiler. If you went to the Snakes and Foxes,
here we go.
what would your 3 questions be? And what would your 3 wishes be?
Got it.
So many.
Can I go first?
Go.
Yeah, go take
All
it,
right,
Norm.
here we go. All right, my 2 questions. What are the 6 numbers of the next lottery? 2, who killed Kennedy? And 3, is there intelligent extraterrestrial life out there?
Your joke. I like the way you went with it. With current respect to current knowledge, like in our age, what would it be? I didn't think about it. I was thinking like in the scope of when we see them in the books.
Oh,
No, I like it in the
If
idea
there was
of
a
current
twisted
time.
door tarot reel in the basement.
Yeah, I think that's.
Right.
I think
Yeah,
that's the
okay.
intent of
That
it.
probably was, and I'm just dumb.
my 3 wishes would be
Well,
But
there's
you're
somebody
sexy.
you love.
You're a himbo.
That would be flattering if I didn't know what a himbo was. We're not that far in community, so
and
Anyways.
3 wishes.
you wait till you fall asleep. Man.
I'm
I'm gonna show you a himbo real quick.
The power of to have complete control of the powers of the Force, because I want to be a Force user, and I know I'd use it for interesting things.
Oh my!
Second wish would be for a functional lightsaber of my design and my color choosing. And then my 3rd would be...
Please tell me it would be purple. Please tell me it would be purple. Please tell me
Actually,
it would be
I would
purple.
want 2.
Can you give me
I
the?
want 2 lightsabers.
Can you give me the color that says motherfucker?
One would be purple, the other one would be yellow. Those would be my
All right, copy.
All right. And then my 3rd...
So you're a motherfucking sentinel.
Actually, we prefer the term Shadow Jedi. So,
Okay, copy.
Okay,
That's
so
terrifying. I hate it, but okay.
Put it to this way.
Pops up behind your couch.
You wouldn't see us coming. So
Oh.
there you go. And the 3rd wish would be I'd be at the weight that I was in high school, and I'd keep it for the rest of my life.
There you go.
So
I can,
You do
I
know
can
that your
understand
wishes
that.
then would turn into they would figure out a way to go ahead and make your life a lot shorter using this lightsabers that they had just given you, correct?
There's a meme that's out there that says, "What would you do if you had a lightsaber?" It would be 10%.
And most people is
10% is like use it to good. Another 10% would be like go kill your enemies, and the 95% of it would be you're inadvertently slashing off one of
Yep.
Yep.
Cutting off one of your limbs.
Yeah,
Yes.
so that's what people are like. Well, what's this do?
Yep.
Well, I mean, that's what Luke does the very first time. He's like, oh, what's this? A lightsaber! I'm just gonna look down the barrel of this loaded shotgun! Like,
Okay, let's be fair. He's a farm boy on a
Yeah,
desert
yeah.
planet who's never seen
Yeah,
this
correct.
thing before. I think when we were
well, I also
we were
love
like,
how Obi-Wan is just like, yeah, no, just look down the barrel of that shotgun. I know what that is, but I'm totally just gonna let you fucking do it.
I'm gonna go next.
Go for it.
Go.
So one is gonna be what for. So all right. So 3 questions first. First one's gonna be how do I attain an infinite amount of wealth?
Okay.
Ooh.
Infinite amount of wealth.
Amounts of-
When they
I
tell
never have
you,
to worry about running out of money. If I need more money, now the caveat is obviously infinite wealth, but it's $1 or a penny a year, fine.
Technically, that's an infinite amount.
But it's an infinite amount of money. Second would be how do I create peace on Earth?
okay.
We don't want peace on Earth. We want war, destruction, death.
That's now because my current job depends on a military. But in that world, I wouldn't care.
Okay, I'm not disparaging your answer. If that triggers you, because in this particular
I-
peace and love family, if I
Motherfucker, do you know me? You do know me. That's why you would say.
I teach high schools. I have to nurture.
My 3rd question, crazily enough, would be which of the CIA conspiracy theories are true? Because it's not if are any, because many have already
Yeah,
been
we
proven to be
know
true.
that some of them
Roswell, Area 51, who killed Kennedy's second.
Yeah, that's what I'm looking at. I already know.
Yeah,
We already know
yeah.
MK Ultra is real. We already know they're Project Apollo. Or
Sure.
Project Art,
Yeah.
whatever.
No, minister of goats. Yeah.
Now, wishes for items to be true. I would like a lifetime supply of pills that, upon taking, would keep me or put me at the weight that I desire to be at that time. So there's that. Without ill effects, it'd be very specific. It would put me at the weight I desire to be at a specific time without any ill health effects. It would put me at a healthy weight, or the closest healthy weight to the weight I desire to be. I would ask for some form of shield or domed area that is impenetrable to any forms of penetration.
Jesus.
So you want to die
You
from
just want a massive condom around you all the time.
If I have to live in a giant diaphragm, I'm fine with that. I'm not being penetrated. No nukes, no nothing. Nothing's getting through unless I say okay. And then third, I would wish for the Wheel of Time magic system to be real as long as I have access.
Okay, I don't know.
So when I die, you all lose it.
Okay, you know what? Here, I'm gonna go.
Go for it.
It's
Go
gonna
for
be
it.
succinct.
No.
Knowing what I know about the Eelfin and the Eelfin, if someone was like, "Look, we've got these two door Tyrandral, you can go into it," I'd be like this.
Yep.
That's fair.
I'm good.
Yeah,
I
that
probably
is fair.
wouldn't make it out.
That
That is sincerely my answer.
Yeah. is fair.
Someone would have to
Give
push
me
my
2
ass through
grenades
that
and a blowtorch.
Right. I'm gonna walk in like fucking homeboy from Stranger Things with an amp and a guitar, just start. But I can't play that song, so I wouldn't actually be doing that.
To be fair, though,
To be
the ones
fair.
who answered questions
It's a
didn't do anything bad to you.
well.
It's the ones who gave you stuff that are the ones that did something bad to you.
I mean,
Well, we just
did
interpret it
bad
also.
things to you is
Nothing bad
Okay,
was
when
done
Matt-
to
okay,
Matt. It was
When
just
Matt,
extremely
Matt,
kinky.
Brand, and Moraine went through the red door down here and asked
yeah, none of them
questions,
got hanged.
None of them
That's
got
correct.
kicked. None of them got injured or hurt or anything.
I mean, you don't know that. Moraine
Well,
and
they-
Ray
they-
came out with scars that
They
are
mentioned
unseen.
it.
We're talking about the
You
stuff
don't
that
know
They
that.
didn't mention it.
Yeah.
But when Matt went into to hold the other whatever green twisted door behind the green door.
No, it's
you
a
know
red.
that reference.
It's a red door.
Um,
He thinks it's the same one.
Okay.
Not the same one. He knows it's not the exact same
And
one,
that's
but
when they
it looks
exacted-
exactly
that's when
the
they
same.
exacted a price.
Correct.
So
Yes.
Yeah.
This is all presumably predicated on the fact that we know what the accurate price for these things would be and can pay.
oh yeah, we're fine.
That's why Josh is the one who's like, I am not predicating my answers on that, therefore shake head and walk away
Look
slowly.
at Leia's answer. I would wish for Purple Rock's Hold to be a thing and that the Black Tower would exist within our borders.
Aww.
You do know that literally they will put a black tower someplace, and there's just a big black
It doesn't
tower.
have to stand for long. You can literally pop in and fall over.
I mean, that's true.
It existed.
Yeah, it existed.
So my 3 questions would be, who framed Roger Rabbit?
Here we go.
We already know that
What is the answer to the question of the meaning of life?
42.
That actually is an answer.
Yes.
And
I know you know enough to know what that actually means.
no,
Yes.
Okay, good.
but I want to hear what the Aelfin actually have to say about this.
It's 42.
That is one person's interpretation. I want to hear what the Aelfin have to
It
say.
took 40,000 fracking
Actually,
years.
that's a supercomputer's answer.
Yes, and it took 40,000 fracking years.
Which
for it to come
actually
around.
existing supercomputer is answered that way.
All of the
The one in the movie that they made up.
Yeah,
And
exactly.
besides,
It actually exists. Is it actually a supercomputer? No.
no, but all
But
the
it
smartest
actually
people of the
exists.
galaxy did create it to answer that one question. What is the answer to life, the universe, and everything? And it's 42. Now, of course, the second half of that is
What's
Why?
the question?
no.
No,
why
it's
is
what
it
is the
42?
question?
No, why is it 42?
No, in the movie, it's literally what is the answer to the question of the meaning of life? 42. Now, what's the question?
Outside
That's
of the movie, you
the
know why it
answer.
says 42, right?
Huh?
You know why it says 42. Like, outside of the movie, you know why it says 42, right?
Because that's an intercenter life, universe, and everything.
Well, yes, but you know why it says 42? Because in the algorithm, 42 can mean whatever you want. It is an indefinable variable.
Yes.
So the answer to life and the universe and everything is whatever you want it to be. That's the answer that it's giving by giving you the answer 42.
Yes, and that's why now they have to determine the question that actually gives them 42, because it's meaningless when the answer is anything. That's the point of the thing, is that it spits back anything. Now you have to figure out what the actual question is.
Whenever we now know that the mere act of observing things in the universe changes their behavior.
Stop.
Actually, according to
You're
the
gonna hurt all
Bethune
of us.
theory,
The Bethune.
the Bethune theory, if you saw this movie, you know what I'm talking about.
I have it.
There is an outside force that can affect, or there is a chaotic force that can affect the outside force. And according to the movie, he puts this little red dot, and the red dot always comes to its surroundings. But there is this one experiment that he did that the red dot took over everything. So the red dot was strong enough and was powerful enough that it can fight against its nature. I can't remember what the name of the movie was.
So he had an observable enough outside force that it became an inside force and
Yes, it was an anti-chaos theory. They called it the Bethune theory. So I can't remember what.
My third question is, objectively,
Why am I here?
have I been incorrect about Hayden Christensen, and is he actually objectively a good actor?
Yes.
Wow.
I need to know.
Have you not watched the Obi-Wan?
Oh, I've seen everything that Hayden Christensen has been in, and never once have I looked at it.
And yet somehow you are still wrong.
And never have I actually looked at a movie where Hayden Christensen was in it and been like, there you go, Hayden. You done good.
Comparative question.
There have been times where
Stop the Hayden hate!
there have
Do you
been
think
times
Kristen
where I've looked
Stewart-
at them.
Comparative question. Do you
Kristen
think
Stewart?
Kristen Stewart is a good actor?
Oh God, no.
I also don't think she's a
Okay,
good
wait a
actor.
minute. Let me put a caveat on that.
All right, my
She's a
They're
decent
not
actor.
good.
She's a
my
decent actor.
3 wishes
If the
would
act is
be
pretending you don't feel
I'm
anything.
not entering this fucking garden. I have no idea what you charge for wishes. Therefore, I have no
I
desire
was
to
about to say, there's no frame of reference for negotiation of cost.
There isn't. There's nothing.
And they make fun of Nat for not setting.
They do. They're like, okay,
What a
great,
fool.
your wishes.
Now we get to have whatever we want.
Right,
Here's
exactly.
the
He did say you have to let them
Anthony
roll.
wants butt rock.
Anthony wants butt rock. That's a good one. But what would you have to pay for butt
What
rock?
brother
Anthony?
wants a jumper?
No. He was responding to Hayden Christensen movies.
Oh, fair.
You
Oh,
know what?
that's right. Oh, yeah.
Let's to be fair.
Actually, no, I kind of hated Jumper. Like, it was cool initially, and then it was like, this is a show.
It
The
wasn't
premise
good at all.
of it was cool.
The
and
premise
then
was cool.
The movie
And
itself was
I
very
I
lackluster.
didn't dislike his acting. I just didn't enjoy the movie.
Also, if any of you have not seen the movie,
I just love Leia's response. He was in Jumper?
yeah,
That's exactly
guys,
what I was like,
guys,
oh, yeah.
I'm going to tell you right now. Do yourself a favor. It's not a good movie, but you will enjoy yourself immensely.
It's
There
far
is a
from the worst
film. No, not Jumper. There is a film where Hayden Christensen and Nicolas Cage act against each other, and it is fantastic.
Why did you just film the sequel to
Buried
Now You've
the
Seen Me?
lead.
It's trash. The movie is so bad, and
What's
yet
the
you will
name?
sit there the entire time and enjoy every goddamn minute of it. I don't know the name.
It sounds like the sequel to like.
It's
ooh,
not.
Now You See Me. When it was like, oh, here's Harry
Oh.
Potter.
Oh, that's gonna hurt.
The sequel to Now
I feel like I smell horse radish.
It is a movie called Outcast that came out in 2014. I watched it on Netflix. I have no regrets.
No regrets, brah.
No regrets.
You pour that and then let him smell it. This is
It's kind of liquidy.
No regrets.
No regrets.
no regurgitations.
What?
Ain't nobody want no bitch.
That was
Okay,
fun.
now
I enjoyed that.
we're
That was
queuing
fun.
That's a good question. Very good question.
the pili pili sauce.
Pili pili.
It says you smell it, you
Mama
taste it, you love
Africa.
This is the Wakanda sauce. So we're just gonna call it the Wakanda sauce.
it.
Wakanda forever!
Wakanda to burn your taste buds off.
Your face.
That's in 1 month.
It
I
is.
can't wait till that movie comes out.
Oh my god, it's gonna be so good.
It's gonna be so, I cried during the trailer. That's how frank.
Oh yeah, it's gonna be great.
God rest his soul.
Right.
George King.
I feel bad for him.
T'Challa.
All right, there we go. I have dabbed this.
All right,
All right.
Is
here we
it the last
Ooh,
dab you
here we
ever
go.
done?
Hand me the bottle.
Bottle?
go. Here we go.
All right, so chat, I'm actually going to give you the chance first. Chat, you have the opportunity to be the first question after this hot sauce. So chat, ask your questions. It's an A.
This one's gonna hurt.
This is an AMA. Ask us anything. It can be personal stuff, whatever. If we refuse to answer it, we'll tell you why.
It is.
Hashtag Ask an Ashima.
It is a white sauce,
I
and
want to
white
ask Leia.
things
Leia, do
have
you hate me?
a
Because
tendency to
every time I
hurt.
try to talk to you on the thing, you don't respond. So do you hate me? I hope not. 'Cause I
Oh.
think you're a nice person.
All right. 3, 2, 1, go.
That one is very flavorful.
Oh my god, that is very flavorful.
I like that a lot.
Here comes the
And
burn.
now it's starting to
Here comes the
hurt.
burn.
Hmm.
Oh. Mm. Oh.
Oh.
This is smoky.
Oh, that's lovely.
I would eat this hot sauce again in very small quantities.
This is what Africa tastes like. Africa tastes pretty good.
This one is hotter than yours.
Yeah,
Yes.
it is. It is definitely
Yes,
hotter
it is.
than yours.
We finally
Right.
graduated.
Good.
It's really good though.
Woo! That's got the flavor. Oh, it's got the hurt.
I feel the hot sauce coming out my butt.
So did Leia respond?
No, but Leah did ask a question. Or maybe she did. But the question, if Logan and Androl didn't survive the last battle, who would you choose to be the leader of the Black Tower post last battle?
Oh, I think I actually saw this question earlier. She posted it, yeah. If Logain and Androl didn't survive the last battle, who would you choose to lead the Black Tower?
Dr. Flynn. He's got wisdom.
Yeah.
He's got years. He would know that he's not a lord. He's know that he couldn't play the political games. So he would hire people to help him. Oh!
This one has the biggest kick too. Wow.
Yeah,
Still
my
feeling
ass
this.
is
I'm
what
still
it's
feeling
kicking.
this one. Woo.
Again, that's why I chose a bedroom with its own bathroom.
Oh.
Shut up, bitch. There are 2 bedrooms in this entire house that don't have their own bathrooms.
Shut up. That's my answer. Dr. Flynn.
Which is funny because I'm now choosing
it is
Narishma.
worse after drinking. Holy shit.
Burn after drinking?
Yeah.
I'm going to choose Narishma. I actually think he would make a great choice to lead the Black Tower. Again, I think there's a certain amount of humility, which is what Rand sees in him, which is what he sends to go get Kalendor, because he has tasted power, and he knows what it is, and he gave it up on purpose.
Steve.
Fuck you.
Well, because we have no idea where he was and who he is. Steve. Steve is going to lead the Black Tower. And Steve, we trust. Dude, are you still tripping?
That one hurts.
Leia, to answer your question,
Well,
no,
I-
Damar Flynn is still alive by the end of the series.
Yes, that's correct. Yes, Stammer is still alive. In fact, can you look up Narishma Party? Just in the same vein?
Yeah, sure.
Because I'm curious.
There should be.
I'm pretty sure
Let's say
Narishma is still
Narishma
alive,
is.
but I'm not 100% sure of that.
Yeah, Nourishment is still alive.
My tongue.
Hey, who's winning?
Jahar Narishma is still alive. After
I have no idea. Sorry. Actually, I do know that the game is delayed, so no one's winning.
Okay, so that is delayed because of the rain.
Yeah, his arm was burned away by Grendel. That's great.
Yes. That is correct.
He's the one armed wonder of experience.
Grendel was just
So was
important in this show.
So was Rand until he switched bodies.
I'm gonna say unnamed Ashman number 5. For the TV show. No, I mean, my thing is, I started to say Narishma because I was like, well, because I like Narishma, and that's the third I would think would stay. But Josh made a good point. Dahmer Flynn has been around for a while. He has experience. He has life experience, and he's watched everything that's happened. So if Logain died in the last battle, I would think that someone like Dahmer Flynn or Narishma or Naald would be the best ones because they've been there for the majority of the event. It's got to be somebody that's been there for enough of the events and survived timing to know what happened. Because you have to know the horror of your history to avoid the travesty of your future. If you ignore how terrible something was in the past, you're going to repeat it in the future.
Welcome to the Black
That is inequitable human history and future.
I actually really appreciate Andrew's answer. And
But here's how it's wrong.
No. It's not about it being
5
wrong.
points to show Andrew's.
It's not about it being wrong
prepared
at
a
all. This is
slideshow.
my funny answer that I didn't want to say it after your answer without saying acknowledging that was a really good answer, and I very much appreciate it.
Sir,
But
it
says... But you know who should lead the Black Tower in the Fourth Age?
Me.
Rand. Because he certainly didn't lead it at all in the goddamn Third Age.
Rand did not survive the events of Tsoro'van M'Hael.
Yeah, he did.
No, he did.
Yeah, he did.
No, he didn't.
Yeah, he did.
You know who should be the leader? Morden. All right, are you happy now?
No, Morgan technically did survive the events.
Is it the body or the soul?
If you
that makes
attribute a
the
person to their body,
My
not their
point
soul,
is,
I
to the whole
trace
world-
them for what they are on
to
the
the whole
inside.
world, Rand, who is the physical body, did not survive the last
Yeah, so
battle.
That is
Morden
fair.
should
Now,
go ahead
if
and
Morden came in,
lead
or the
Black
soul of
Tower.
Rand came into Morden's body, yes, he would need it.
Right. If he showed up as
Respect
Bob, because he's talking
Yeah,
about
sure.
Morden.
The
Right.
real
Shows
Steve.
up, the real Steve.
He goes in as Rand. He goes in as
Right, with the
Morden.
one little saw in his eye, shows up and says, I'm
Let's
going to lead the
saw.
Black Tower. And then, but technically he can't.
Why
Because
not?
he can't touch Saeed.
I like the point Leia makes about Narishma.
He can do whatever he wants with his mind hole now. He doesn't need it. That's
I
all.
like the point, Leia, that you make about Narishma being at best a lieutenant in the Black Tower. However, we have seen through the crucible of battle and the crucible of necessity that the people that don't want to be leaders frequently turn out to be the best leaders.
Hold on. I just
Because
didn't know.
stereotypically in history, the person that says, I want to be in control the most, turns out
It's
to
not
be
the one you want to fucking
Hitler.
trust.
Turns out to be fucking Hitler and Mussolini and Stalin and Ho Chi Minh and Mao Zedong.
Dr. Horrible.
Yeah. And Dr. Horrible.
Wait, what?
I'm just curious.
No,
Do you play
Dr.
Wordle?
Horrible is the one who doesn't
Do you
want to
play
be.
Wordle?
Get out!
Do I play Portal?
No, Wordle.
Wordle.
Do you play Wordle?
No.
Because you pull out vocabulary words out your ass every single fucking week. That is just insane. The crucible of blah blah blah.
That's not 5 letters long.
My point is
Wouldn't help
that
with
he's a
Wordle.
wordsmith when it comes to vocabulary.
Because whenever your entire college major depends on research and writing, sometimes you come up with words that you forgot you knew what the fuck they meant.
Yeah, but you do it so well, is what I'm trying to say. I'm complimenting you, you son of a bitch.
I appreciate it, but in retort, I say I have a BA and BS. I have a Bachelor of the Arts degree in political science with concentration in foreign policy and political theory. So I have a BA and BS.
Yes.
I have a certified college degree saying I can bullshit my way out of an argument through political theory and foreign
Okay,
policy.
Siri's yelling at you again.
Well, fuck you, Siri.
All right, cool. So pull up our next question, please, Andrew. I'm gonna go get more water
The
because
last one.
I did use most of mine on the last
That's
time.
the last
All
one.
right, replenish. Yeah, and then we'll get the last.
Finish
The
as I
last
look
one.
for. As I look
Well, yeah,
for one.
we'll do one more question, and then we'll do the last hot sauce, and then we'll just concentrate on questions after that for the next.
And then we're gonna have food. Then we're gonna have food.
Then we're gonna have food, and
You want
yeah.
to
So
have-
what we'll do is we'll probably end the stream.
Yeah,
Take a
this
little break
ends
to
in like
get
10
some.
minutes.
Yeah, we'll get some dinner, and then be sure to tune in here in about 40 minutes for the watch party. We will be
Let's-
posting.
Let's do this with Discord.
That's what I was going to say. We're going to be
Everybody join
posting the
Discord.
Amazon
Watch party.
Watch
in
Party
Discord.
link in Discord. So if you're not in our Discord yet, go to blacktowerpod.com. There should be a link right at the top for the Discord. And click on that, join our Discord. And then, like I said, there will be a link in our Discord here in just a few minutes that we're going to use to do the Amazon Watch Party. And the Amazon Watch Party for rewatching the first 4 episodes of The Wheel of Time tonight
With live commentary.
will begin
With a live commentary.
So we're going to
And
Mystery Science Theater
for-
the shit out of this.
40 minutes. All right, now let's get the final sauce.
No, we're doing a question, then sauce, then we're done.
We can do it at the same time.
Fair enough.
Yeah, ask the question while we dole
We
out
can
the
multitask. We have that ability.
Oh, yeah.
Sometimes.
I know, my students told
What
me
just
they
happened?
can multitask all the time. And I look
That's
at
fine.
them.
So I have 2 questions left over. Those of you listening, watching live, whatever, feel free to insert questions that will make me
Insert
replace
question.
one. However, the very first question is going to be this. This
Why
is
is
a
this
question. This is I considered it a light spoiler, maybe heavy. This is way back in the day from our friend Rob, Malkier Talks.
Right.
Hey,
You have chosen
Mally
to
Cake.
join the shadow. That is a given.
Oh, we chose them.
What is your reason? No one say I wouldn't join the shadow.
Yeah.
Oh.
I just wouldn't do it. Like, no, you have chosen. What would be
You've
your
already done it. You've already received your dark baptism.
So
Yeah, feel free to include your answers in this.
I think my answer is I would
Titillating.
join the shadow
That's the
because I want to be the very best. Like no
No,
one
don't you
was.
dare,
the
you
catch
bastard.
to this behavior test.
To make
To train
shadow
their
spawn
asshole is my call.
is my real test.
Gotta catch all the
Gotta
time.
catch
So you're just Agonor
No,
with a
no,
better
no.
theme song.
Honestly, I mean, my reason for joining the shadow, if I was being forced to, which again is what the question is saying, it would just be living forever, if you will. Because, like, I feel like a lot of the regrets that I have in life are not being able to live long enough to change them in some ways. Like, I feel like the whole point of life is to get better, and so if you have an infinite amount of time to live, you have an infinite amount of time to get better. Which, granted,
The
I
whole
know
point
that
of
the
your
Dark
life is
One
to
would
get good.
fuck you. Like, he would not actually allow you to really
wouldn't
get
know
as
that
good
in
as
this
possible,
context, though.
but you wouldn't know that in this context.
So
And
your whole point is to get good.
yeah, my whole point would be to just have
His reason for
forever
being bad is
Get
to
good,
get
scrub.
good.
is to get good and no
I
longer
keep
be a
losing in
scrub.
this game. What should I do? You should try winning.
Okay, I would join the shadow also for immortality, but for a different reason. Because I would want to live like a Highlander.
There could
The
be
only
only one.
That's right. Change my name every 30, 40 years.
Oh yeah,
Like, pass
dude,
it off
new
to
life every like
myself,
40.
adopt
years
a
ago.
war orphan.
There would be that one
Oh,
guy.
orphan?
Josh, how you doing? Fuck you.
Who's Josh? What are you talking about? My name isn't Josh.
Dude, imagine how good you would get at gaslighting people.
That's not what happened.
Right.
You're wrong.
You say
That's
infinite life would lead to ability to know.
I love Lane's answer. She would do
Hey,
it
stop
just out of
gaslighting.
spite.
I've lived long enough to know how to not get gaslit.
I hate to tell you this, but just because you've lived through it doesn't mean you know what happened.
Ooh.
All right, the worst kind of SJW.
What about, why would you turn to the shadow, Andrew?
Knowledge.
Knowledge. All right.
It's not.
I feel like that's-
It's not gaslighting if you're right.
No, what?
They're just like, well, this is how you destroy an entire country of people, and you can sit there and be like, well, actually, that would work because I remember so and so trying that and it working. You can do it faster this way, or you shouldn't do that because so and so destroyed all of humanity within 500 years because they changed the definition of all these inflammatory words and resulted in the end of all society. But you can just make society better by saying instead of trying to say everybody else is worse than you. Here's how we could all be better.
All right.
And I would have
What
the
do you-
knowledge to back it up. Or whichever the trend was. If I knew everything, obviously, I would sit there and know the correct trend to continue to propagate humanity into a higher plane of existence, I suppose.
Nice.
And to progressively, continuously, infinitely higher and higher standards. Because if I knew everything, then as our knowledge expanded, I would also immediately gain that knowledge to propel ourselves forward.
Well, you better not break your glasses.
Everybody-
Then you're screwed.
If
I got
everybody
that
believed-
reference.
Honestly, you know what? I know me. I know me that if I went,
You know you?
yes, I do. If I went evil,
Wait, I know you too.
yes, but you don't know this part of me. The world would be a much better place if everyone just listened to me. So if I went evil, I'd straight up compulse them, get at everybody, and just make them do.
everybody.
I would be Grendel Light. You know, not everybody running around in half naked, Dr. Volley gear, and doing the whole dance stuff. But I would compulse the living at it. Everybody.
I appreciate Anthony's
Or,
answer.
or a lot of people just, why don't you listen to me? Now you listen to me. Government, why aren't you working? Now do this. Work together.
Are you-
damn it.
As
Are
much
you
as
Anakin Skywalker? Because I feel like he has a conversation with Padme about this, and she goes,
I wouldn't kill
"So the
anyone.
world would be better if it was a dictatorship." And he's
No.
like, "Yeah,
No, no,
I mean,
no.
if you had
if it works."
You can have it
if
to
you had an
buckets.
omnipotent, infallible dictator, absolutely. Somebody that is infallible morally, like truly infallible morally, yeah.
No, I would make.
Yeah, I feel like anybody who would actually just compulse the world.
I would
is not
make-
Oh my
infallible.
god! Like my personal, like pure personal answer, like no, yeah, same thing. Because the amount of times I've had conversations with people, they're just like, I'm just going to ignore how you think about things to benefit what I think about things.
I would also compulse
The
people.
same way,
to
but I would like it to be like at least a dichotomy, at least me and somebody else, where we have to come to a compromise before
Ah,
X happens.
You see, I would also compulse people to be honest with each other. I mean, if you just don't agree with somebody,
Oh,
then
you're
say
dangerous
you
now.
don't. Exactly.
Honesty
I know-
is more dangerous
Hey,
than the truth.
hey,
Holy shit!
you
I've
said if
seen
I
the
went to
Sandman.
You said if I went to the dark side,
yeah.
I would straight up do that because I would want people to say what they mean.
I'm the patron
And-
demon of honesty.
and-
What do you really think?
And mean what they say.
Have you seen the same
Stop all the bullshit. Just
on Netflix
Boom.
movie? What? The, okay.
so that I would like. Okay, why aren't you working together? Because of the no. Work together. Okay, I'm gonna work with you now.
There's actually an entire episode of The Sandman that I thought was a brilliant. It's a horrifying episode, but it's brilliantly done. Where Remus Lupin goes in and makes everybody no longer lie to each other and be honest, and it does not go well.
That is a terrible
Unsurprisingly.
because the virtue of humanity is being able to describe inherently abhorrent and also contradictory ideals in an emotional way that sounds convincing,
Mm-hmm.
which is inherently dishonest.
Yes.
So if you can force people to be honest, being like, no, you should care about voting for me because it's advantageous for me versus, oh, I'll work for you.
Yeah.
That is a terrifying thought. I no
It
longer
is.
wish to consider. I'm
They're-
going to go to the bathroom.
They're both. No, the whole thing is terrifying. Having someone to compulse somebody to do something
Oh
is
yeah.
already genuinely a scary thing to do. And
But again, the question was predicated on you
be
have
the dark
turned to the
friend.
shadow.
Right, I
So-
have embraced this. I would want, that if people don't do as I say, you're going to do as I say, but at the same time, I try to make it a better place, by, people working together, or I should say forcing people to work together.
Forced cooperation.
Yes. On that note, there was a student I had who was like stoked out of his mind saying, dude, I wish Star Wars was real. I wish the Force was real. And I looked
Okay.
at him and I said, point blank, no, you don't. He's like, why not? Because there will be people who will come up to you and do this. You will have sex with me. I will have sex with you. And you will do this. I will do this. You know how many just sexual predators that would come out the woodwork
Oh
if
yeah.
they had the Force
Oh yeah.
and could just Jedi mind trick anybody to do anything.
Yeah.
It would be some scary shit, especially
It
because
would.
they won't be able to remember.
Well, there's only one political question you need to
So-
ever ask in life.
So,
Would you fuck me?
I'd fucking hard.
So, having someone
I do appreciate the compliment.
having someone to compulse somebody would be a scary ass thing. And then you want me to have it? That's
All
if
right.
I was evil.
Indeed.
Not an evil person.
Fuck your wing, bitch.
All right, guys. So we've all decided how we're gonna fuck the world and
Yes.
save it, depending on why we're joining the shadow. Now we're gonna eat things that's going to destroy ours. We have
last
turned
one.
to the shadow,
Which one
and
is this?
we're gonna eat hot sauce now.
I'm going to turn to our resident hot sauce champion. What sauce is this?
Oh yeah,
What sauce is this?
this is the Inferno
Inferno
What
sauce.
is it?
Inferno Farms Illuminati.
Illuminati.
This is a
That's right.
Oh,
garlic.
so like aluminum, all as in like aluminum, and naughty as in you naughty bitch.
Yeah, this is
No,
a garlic pepper sauce.
Illuminum, like
It is also
Illuminati.
5 out of 5 peppers. So I
5 out of
anticipate
5, so this is really that hot.
I anticipate some real pain in this one.
Yeah, it's wrong with the name.
Oh god.
Is that bad?
Why?
Because
That-
Aluminium naughty.
I'm not thinking Noblin.
All right, I'm ready. Let's do
All right.
this.
Slanja, everybody's gonna hurt you.
Gentlemen,
Goodbye.
Wrapping up the
Goodbye.
fourth Taste the Taint.
Goodbye.
There it is.
All
All
right.
right. Here's the pain.
what's wrong with my lip?
Don't cut your eyeball.
Ooh.
We are going to duel. To the death. No. To the pain. To the pain? I'm not familiar with that one.
Okay, I'm waiting for it.
This one's not as bad as the last one.
No, listen. This one is mild compared to the other one.
Mild is a strong term,
Okay.
but it's definitely not as hot as the.
Okay, so far,
It's still not as hot as the last one, but there is definitely.
yes, there
keeps
is another thing.
It keeps like.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Mhm.
It's very slow burn.
I
Yes.
fucking disagree with both of you.
Yeah. Are you dying or are you not getting anything?
Tip my tongue is burning off.
Is it okay?
Really?
The back of my tongue is not doing great,
I'm not getting anything.
but
So far, in order, it would be the last one we had,
The
this
Peely
one,
Peely.
and then Josh's. Would be right around the same in hotness.
oh, right around the same.
Yeah, plus or minus a couple of degrees,
Okay.
I would say.
Yeah, Josh hit it. He's a
All right,
lying
this
sack
one's now
of shit.
kicking. It's now kicking.
Last one.
This one's now kicking. Now it's kicking.
Yep.
It's kicking now. It's a delay. It's a delay effect.
Woo! Last question from Smack. Oh, me.
No, this one is
This
This is very accurately named because it's very quiet and reserved in front, but then it runs the world.
It's a delay effect. Yes. Uh-huh.
Which one would you like best? Traveling, dream walking, healing, or making Tear Hungry Out? Go.
Traveling.
Traveling.
Making Terran Grill.
Tear Hungry Out.
Traveling. I'll go to
There you go, Smack.
I'll go to Vegas every other weekend.
Oh, this bitch is hot.
Josh,
Keep
breathe.
climbing.
Breathe. In through
Keep
your nose.
climbing.
In through your nose. Out
I
through your
can't
mouth.
breathe. My nose doesn't work.
In through your nose. Out through your mouth.
Oh, that's not bad.
Oh.
This is definitely slow dance.
All right. Hey. Yeah. Thank you so much for tuning in. Fourth annual Gathering Madness. Fourth annual Taste the Taint. Who do we challenge this year?
Tree.
Tom from Dragon Mount.
Tom from Dragon Mount and Tree. Wait, did we do Tree
We
last
did
year?
Tree last year.
Oh, okay. And Jim from the podcast, the one who always kills us with drinks.
Fantasy for the
Fantasy for the Ages. There we go. Jim and Tom.
Jim and Tom.
And if you want to get your son involved, great. We'll do the whole Fantasy for the Ages. But we're only challenging Jim
Well, no, we
technically
challenge-
because he fucking kills us every time he makes a drink. The Four Kings almost murdered me last year.
Yeah, this one definitely has a long.
I'm sorry. Did you have to replace the door?
I didn't say anything about other people not getting murdered. I just said it murdered me. I was making no claims on anyone else's experience.
Okay, everybody, remember, jump into our Discord.
The door actually just got replaced.
Here in 25 minutes, we're going to be hosting a Wheel of Time watch party, in which we'll be watching the first 4 episodes of the Wheel of Time.
After Josh
Season 1.
Am I doing
Make sure-
better with this than Josh?
I'm better with it than both of us.
Wow.
Make sure you're in our Discord.
Josh.
Fucking hell.
Yeah, make sure you're in our Discord. We're going to start the watch party at 8, which is in 25 minutes. So be there or be square.
You can find our Discord.
Be a quadrilateral.
You can find our Discord at blackhourpod.com. Brother in the Discord. If you can't find it, hit one of us up privately. Hit us up on Twitter. Let us know. We'll keep our eyes out. And we'll see you then.
Bye-bye.
See yous.